Holiday for Love is a 1996 Christmas film. This is directed by Jerry London and written by Darrah. And something I want to point out that really impressed me is that when I was watching it, for some reason, I thought it was released in 2010. I must have written it down incorrectly somewhere. And it never occurred to me when watching it that it didn't feel like it was that contemporary. So it's definitely not a film that feels dated, even though it was released in the 90s, almost 30 years ago now. So that's something that I think they did very well. It could potentially be a film that's quite timeless. Is it worth watching? I would say so. I didn't love it, and there's really only one character who I really liked, but generally I didn't mind it. Jake, played by Tim Matheson, works for this company that manages various factories. And he is sent to this factory in, I believe, Nebraska. And he's supposed to go there to find out more about the daily operations with the intention of trying to find out which employees to let go. Because the company is having some financial difficulties, they need to downsize. So he's basically sent to work out where they can downsize. But needless to say, he's not allowed to say the real reason why he's there, because otherwise people won't treat him very nicely and the company don't want people to get wind of the situation. And while he's there, he meets a mother called Emma, played by Melissa Gilbert, and her daughter Noelle, played by Michelle Trachtenberg. And I will say Noelle is the only character I really liked. I thought she was brilliant. She was just so entertaining. She had this wonderful personality, and she was leading this choir. And the choir comprises some pretty interesting characters, some really interesting individuals. And I just thought she was wonderful. Whenever the narrative felt a little slow, or maybe I wasn't that bothered about specific things that were going on, she seemed to just carry things forward a bit, and I absolutely loved her. And of course, we have a bit of a romantic aspect, as the title would suggest, between Emma and Jake. Honestly, I didn't believe it. It felt very unbelievable. It felt very inorganic. It didn't feel like it was something that was naturally happening between the characters. It kind of felt like Emma was lonely. Jake was the first single, slightly interesting person she'd met, and just decided, yeah, I'll fall in love with him. That's fine. It just didn't feel realistic. So that part of it I didn't really buy into. But for me, the main focus was on the town and what was going to happen with this factory, because this factory employs a lot of people in the town. And I won't say what happens, of course. But it's definitely very interesting, and I was really curious to see what the outcome would be. And I think it took the right direction within the realm of the film and the narrative, and I didn't mind it. When I said I didn't really care for any other characters except Noelle, I just want to clarify I didn't dislike any character. I don't think any character is badly written, I don't think there's any bad acting. I just wasn't that bothered. Jake, maybe slightly. Emma, not so much, but Noelle, I really did enjoy. With regards to the festive aspect, it is quite festive. We have some beautiful music, really gorgeous Christmas music. Christmas carols in this, absolutely love that. It isn't the most festive film. There are other films that I think would be better suited to putting you in the Christmas spirit if that's the kind of film you're looking for. But it's Christmas enough that it can be referred to as a Christmas film. I believe the other title for this, as well as A Holiday for Love, is also Christmas in My Hometown. I don't really mind either of those titles. I don't love either of them, but they're absolutely fine. So it's not too bad. If you're looking for a Christmas themed film that you haven't seen, then A Holiday for Love is pretty good. I don't think I'd ever watch it again, but I have to say, I didn't mind the time I spent watching it. It's not too bad.